Hearing privilege occurs when those that can hear and speak gain particular advantages and benefits over people that cannot hear or speak. Hearing privilege manifests in different ways that include, but are not limited to, easy access to information or services, the ability to hear alarms as they occur, or the ability to easily interact with employees of a restaurant or store. People with hearing privilege typically do not recognize they have hearing privilege until they meet someone that does not have hearing privilege and listen to their experiences. Hearing privilege is highly noticeable for those that do not have it and can manifest in different types of entertainment, in typical everyday errands, and in their personal family
Hearing
life.
privilege is a significant and prevalent issue that affects many areas of life for those who are deaf or hard of hearing. One area of life that is greatly corrupted by hearing privilege is entertainment, such as movies, music, and sports. Unfortunately, there are many examples of hearing privilege in entertainment, such as Hollywood's refusal to cast deaf actors and actresses, even for deaf roles, or people's judgment towards deaf musicians because of their assumption that music can only be enjoyed through hearing it. However, one recent and surprising example of hearing privilege occurred in sports just a few years ago.
Hearing privilege affects every aspect of day-to-day life. It exists in schools, where students question a professor's capabilities based on their hearing status, or where students may face cultural struggles, such as dorm life or club involvement. It's found in coffee shops and restaurants, airports, and all forms of public transit. It affects healthcare, as both deaf medical professionals and patients face communication barriers.
Families with deaf or hard of hearing individuals experience many different problems compared to hearing families. 90% of babies that are born with hearing loss are born to hearing parents, and many parents aren't sure what to do. Children of deaf adults, or CODAs for short, have to translate for their families in many different situations, over the phone, at the doctor's office, stores, schools, and many more.
So what can we do to combat hearing privilege? Unless they have a connection with the deaf community, most people aren't even aware that hearing privilege exists. Solving this issue will require the help of both deaf and hearing people. Here's a list of a few things that we can do.